Look, we won't lie to you, 2021 is going to be a bit more atypical in terms of the movies that come out, if they come out. Warner Brothers has already made a deal to release their major productions both in theaters and on HBO Max. Disney has released certain titles on Disney Plus, and with theaters not fully up and running again, it can be hard to look at things and go, what is there to look forward to? Animated movies. That's what. They're coming and they are looking to be pretty good. So allow us to show you the top 10 anticipated animated movies of 2021. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10, Boss Baby 2, Family Business. Here's another thing we won't lie about. We're not really sure how Boss Baby did so well in theaters. The film was weird at best, and yet somehow it not only made over $500 million at the box office, it got an Academy Award nomination and a spin-off series on Netflix. We don't get it either, but it happened, which brings us to Boss Baby 2, Family Business. The sequel will follow the original main character and the Boss Baby as they're now grown-ups and are forced back into action when a new Boss Baby arrives and reveals that a school is doing something pretty weird to the kids. But what? You can expect the same level of weird plots and zany action when the babies go to work. It should be noted though that the film has been delayed from its original time slot but should still make it in 2021. Number 9, Tom and Jerry. Technically speaking, this isn't a full-on animated film, rather it's a mix of animation and live action, not unlike Space Jam or Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so you can get a clear picture of what's going on here. This particular film will feature the legendary cat and mouse duo as they create havoc in New York City, specifically in a major New York hotel. Tom and Jerry will get up to their usual antics and then apparently work together to try and stop someone from sabotaging the hotel itself. This will be a film for both fans of classic Tom and Jerry and for those who don't really know about the famous cartoon characters. It honestly has an all-star cast, as Chloe Grace Moretz, Rob Delaney, Michael Pena, and Ken Jeong are all set to appear in live-action roles as members of the hotel staff. So if you don't go for the slapstick comedy, you might want to go for them. Number 8, Clifford the Big Red Dog. Yeah, it was only a matter of time before this happened, you know. Clifford the Big Red Dog is of course based on the classic children's book about a girl whose puppy grows to enormous sizes because of her love for it, and then all sorts of fun hijinks ensue as a result. But in the movie there is a bit of a darker twist coming about, because when Emily Elizabeth's dog goes and grows, it gets the attention of a genetics company, because well, it is 2021 after all, and a bunch of things occur that lead Emily and her uncle Casey to go on a journey to go and save the Big Red Dog. There's already been backlash to this film, ironically enough, as when Clifford was revealed for the film, it was, a bit underwhelming, mainly because it looks like a puppy dyed red instead of a big red dog. We'll have to see how it holds up when it comes out. Number 7, Space Jam 2. We don't know why this movie exists, it doesn't need to exist, and we thought that LeBron James was trying to get out of Michael Jordan's shadow. Doesn't he realize that this is just going to be another comparison between the two? Anyways, Space Jam 2 is truly a sequel to the original. Kind of. In this case though, LeBron James and his son have a major argument, and it leads to the son getting trapped in the universe that is the Warner Brothers. Don't ask, we don't get it either. James has to go and save his son, which eventually leads to a basketball game with the reunited Toon Squad against the controller of the WB Universe, A1G, played by Don Cheadle. Yeah, I still don't get it. But just like Tom and Jerry, this will be a mix of animation and live action scenes. What can we honestly expect from this? Who knows? But it won't be as good as the original Space Jam, that is a fact. Number 6, Raya and the Last Dragon. There's a lot of Disney that has been going on in the last several years, and a big step for them was getting a lot of attention for their animated films that weren't associated with Pixar. Tangled, Frozen, and Frozen 2, and Moana prove that they still know how to get the job done animation-wise, and they are hoping to prove that once again with Raya and the Last Dragon. This will be a very different kind of Disney adventure, as Raya isn't a princess, she's a warrior, one who has been trained to protect the Dragon Gem and keep peace in her land. But with her people divided and monsters attacking her home, she has to go and find the Last Dragon and bring peace back to her home. You can expect epic action and music as well as big names voicing the characters, including Kelly Marie Tran as Raya. Number 5, Minions: The Rise of Gru. The Despicable Me Minions franchise is another that had a shockingly amount of success. The Despicable Me trilogy was beloved by many, and the Minions spin-off movie was huge at the box office. But now it's time to find out how the Minions met Gru. The upcoming Minions, The Rise of Gru, follows the titular yellow entities as they aid their evil employer, a 12-year-old supervillain named Gru, in escaping from the Villainous Six, the world's most crooked organization, after he steals a priceless gem from them. Given what the franchise has shown in the past, you can expect some wacky antics, a lot of comedy, and some unexpected heartwarming scenes when the film arrives. Number 4. Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro, known for such surreal visual effects-filled masterpieces as Pan's Labyrinth and The Shape of Water, is about to make his feature animation debut with a stop-motion retelling of the classic story of Pinocchio. The movie will be sufficiently darker than previous adaptations of the source text, which should be a treat for adult animation fans, but thus not exactly something you should take your kid to unless you know what to expect. Pinocchio stars Gregory Mann in the title role, alongside Ewan McGregor as Cricket, David Bradley as Geppetto, and Tilda Swinton as the fairy with turquoise hair. If you're a fan of Del Toro's work, you're likely going to enjoy this, but if you're not, you might want to wait until reviews come out to see if you would like it. Just saying. Number 3. Rumble. Let's get ready to... Wait, I can't say that. Darn it! Hailed as the biggest underdog story ever told, Rumble follows the world of monster wrestling as Winnie, a determined trainer, tries to make a champion out of a lazy, uninspired monster named Steve. Because of course, Will Arnett plays someone who doesn't have a lot of drive. Have you seen him in Lego Batman and the Loch Ness Monster? We rest our case. Now to get to the top, however, Steve will have to face the tentacular Terry Crews, the cocky reigning champion who rarely loses a fight. Rumble will be released in May by Paramount Pictures at present. This will scratch your itch if you love action and monster fights. And let's be honest, who doesn't? Number 2. Sing 2. At first glance, seemed like your typical animated movie featuring animals, but while it may not have had a great first impression, it made up for it by being a really good movie featuring a lot of fun characters and a soundtrack that many enjoyed from top to bottom, and the all-star cast didn't hurt either. The film made over $600 million at the box office, so a sequel was inevitable, and indeed Sing 2 is coming, and much of the cast is going to come back for it alongside some new voices. The first movie featured is a singing competition, so it will be interesting to see what the plot of the second one will be, but we can guarantee you'll want to sing along. Number 1. Paw Patrol, the movie. And now, one for the kids to finish it off. Based on the animated television series Paw Patrol the movie, will follow the adventures of a boy named Ryder, who leads an elite team of search and rescue dogs on emergency missions. The movie is set for an August release by Paramount Pictures, and several celebrities have been confirmed to have roles in the film, including Jimmy Kimmel, Tyler Perry, and Kim Kardashian West. So yeah, if you have kids who watch the animated series on TV, you're going to be taken to see the movie. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the animated movies that are likely to come out in 2021? Which of these animated treasures are you personally looking forward to watching? Are some members of your family looking to one of these films to really brighten up their year? Do you know of any other animated film that we missed that maybe should be on this list? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.